At www.spreaker.com, create your own radio show and find thousands of exclusive radio channels.
It's that time again. That time to pass through the graveyard and step across the veil to the other side. And it's time for the Ghost in the Graveyard. And here's your host, the ghost that walks in the graveyard. Thank you. Now, first of all, let's just state one simple factor. There is exactly 23 hours left before the so-called Judgment Day. Which, mind you, I'll probably be doing this 2 days after they say it's done. And it's come. But then again, once again, that's not my job. I just like bringing it up. Of course, when it doesn't happen, everyone will feel a lot better about themselves, won't they? But enough. Yesterday, I asked you to comment me. However, being that this show is new, I'm not surprised that some haven't. As a matter of fact, I've only got one subscriber, and he still hasn't written anything, though he may. But let us simply reflect for a moment. Okay, enough reflecting. Let's open up the tombs. Let's see what terrors the ghosts have in store. And let's see what tonight's chilling terror will be. One of my favorites. But as before, I will not tell you the name of the story. So enjoy. Because this is an oldie. Two teens, let's call them Sarah and Jonathan, are sitting in the car. In Jonathan's car, and listening to the radio, looking out on top of a mountain, on top of a little cliff, a point, if you would, and listening to music. When a voice comes over the radio, an emergency broadcast. We are sorry to interrupt your music. This is an emergency broadcast. A psychopathic killer with a hook for a hand has escaped the local psychiatric ward. The last time he has been seen is the Peak. It's near the proximity of the Peak. Being that that's where they were, Sarah looked at Jonathan and stated that she thinks they should go home. Jonathan began to stir up the car, but then a scratching noise came from the back of the car. Jonathan turned and screamed, "Ah!" The man was right behind them. Jonathan started up his car and drove as fast as he could. The hook went right behind him. Soon they looked back and the hookman was no longer there. Jonathan thought, "We're safe now. We must have lost him." And with that being thought, he drove to Sarah's house and dropped her off and got out of the car. And as he turned, as he started to go around to open the door, there, on the bumper of the car, was the hook. You know, they say he's still out there, looking, searching, maybe even finding victims. They never caught him. But enough about that. When we come back, I'm gonna once again ask you for a favor, to do something for me, and I hope you will.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else.
Hey, all right, it's Kip Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that brief commercial break. Now, I'd like to ask you once again. I asked you last night. I'll ask you again. Please, do comment to me with stories of the supernatural. Stories you can think of, or supernatural dynamic-like happenings that you would love for me to read. At this point, I would be reading comments in general if I had any. This will be up on YouTube. And I hope you comment. So, there's nothing much left to say. So until next time, remember, the graveyard's not a scary place. It's just where the dead rest. But if the dead are disturbed, they shall wreak their vengeance. And until the next time we meet, enjoy being on that side of the veil where all is calm and all is safe. But when I come back again next time, we'll cross the veil again. So until next time, I'm the ghost of the graveyard. The one who can walk between the veils, saying good night. This concludes our broadcast day.